WolfQuest has always sought to put players into the role of a wild wolf, a typical wolf in Yellowstone National Park. You know, wolves have a pretty repetitive life. They don't go to college or switch careers or go on a world tour. So it gets repetitive, but presumably that's the way they like it. Humans, however, do like some variety. So to that end, one goal for the upcoming WolfQuest Saga is to add more variety to the gameplay. We can't really change up the core gameplay, hunt, feed pups, maintain territory, but the new quests coming in the saga where you continue raising your pups through to adulthood definitely help. But we've also been working on some other new features
to try to switch things up some.
A few weeks ago we shared one of those, the ability to switch over and play as one of your pups when the pup disperses and heads out to find a mate or pack of their own. That is something totally new in the saga, never before an option. But that's not the only new feature that will let you change things up. Today we're going to look at two other new features that we think will really give players a lot more variety in their gameplay. Here's the first one. When your wolf is a solo wolf looking for a mate, well, you've always had the option of finding a wolf, whether it's a dispersal or in a rival pack. But now, when the saga is released later this year, you'll have another option. If you happen to come across a rival pack which has lost one of its pack leaders, you can court the surviving pack leader, assuming it's the opposite sex as your wolf. And if that courtship succeeds, then you join that pack. You're the new co-leader of Wapiti Lake or Junction Butte or whatever pack it is. As soon as you join that pack, your first task is to find a new rendezvous site for the pack. This is just a practical thing since rival pack home hexes are generally on the very edge of the game map. And then if there are younger pups, you'll meet the whole family there. Here they all are. We have an achievement for this called Instant Family. But one important note about this new family, in the family tree, we consider any pups of the year under age 1 to be yours, even though they're not biologically related to your wolf. You're still going to be raising them from a young age. So they'll appear in the family tree. But you'll notice that they have a dotted line indicating that they're not your biological offspring. Older offspring in that pack will not be in the family tree for a number of reasons. It just gets crazy complicated, especially with the various ways that the game might unfold subsequently. Another caveat on this, you can only join a rival pack when you're a solo wolf. We're not doing blended Brady-Bunch families. So that's at the start of a new game or later if you happen to lose your mate and all your offspring, making you once again a lone wolf. You can seek out and try to join a rival pack. Okay, that's one of these big new features. The other one is what we're calling pack succession. If your wolf survives to age 8 and becomes an elder wolf, when your wolf dies, you can either end the game at that point, finish the story of that wolf in that pack, or you can continue the game by switching over and playing either as your wolf's mate or as one of your offspring, anyone over the age of 1. So this is an option once your wolf becomes an elder wolf, but it's also an option for iron wolves. Both of those wolves have permadeath. Dying ends the game for that wolf, but now there's a way to continue the story of that pack. So then after you respawn as either your mate or a subordinate or yearling offspring, you'll carry on leading the pack. You'll need to find a mate, of course. If you switch to play as the mate, then you'll have all the biological offspring of that mate carried over. If you switch to play as one of your offspring, then the same rules will apply here as when joining a rival pack. The family tree will only include the pups of the year. So the family tree is just your immediate family. It's not an org chart of your entire pack composition at any given time. It's your mate or mates and the pups you have raised, who will become playable either in the game or via the family tree once they're older. But only those pups of the year are in the family tree. The older offspring in your pack, they're young adults. You're not really raising them anymore. So yeah, this is a compromise for sure, but believe me, the alternative is not feasible. So these two new features, along with being able to switch into a dispersed pup, really open the game up to more variety, more different stories for your wolf, for your offspring, for your pack. Obviously, this kind of expansion takes a lot of playtesting and bug fixing, so we're deep into it, but we are definitely going to release the saga later this year.
Oh, and hey, we are going to Yellowstone soon, so the next devlog won't be until we return in several weeks.